Injured was Wisconsin as they made the trip to Piscataway. Still a huge win for Eddie Jordan's team. The Rutgers head coach now addressing the media.
Second year in the Big Ten. We're looking forward to being more successful in our second year in the Big Ten. We lost 3 of our top players last year, Kadeem Jack and Miles Mack and Junior E2, 2 top scorers and one of our best defenders and rebounders. It's a new team. We have 7 newcomers. I like our talent base. We're a little bit deeper. We're more athletic. And, you know, we have 8 to 9 guys who could start. But our talent level has gotten better. We're young. And so we'll go from there. But for the most part, we're anxious and looking forward to competing in the Big Ten. However, our non-conference schedule is pretty good. Last year, we were as high as one of the 15th toughest schedules in the country, and we remain to be that way in non-conference. So before we even get to the conference, we want to have more success early in the year. Okay.
All right, thank you, Coach. This time, I'd like to ask you to raise your hand if you have a question for Coach Jordan. Let's go middle on the aisle.
That's one more than last year.
Coach, what have you seen from freshman Corey Sanders so far this offseason?
A young, athletic, enthusiastic, knows how to play. He's one of the top guys already who could start for us. But for the most part, he's an energetic young man. He's a fun to be around. I know he's got a huge following on YouTube, but he's a terrific young man, and he goes to class. There hasn't been a blip about him missing a tutor, being late for study hall. So he does everything right. Anything else? That's good.
Let's go front, center on the left-hand side.
Coach, you mentioned the guys that you're going to have to replace this year, and how tough is it going to be to lose that production and get back to the levels that they were playing?
Well, as a coach, you look forward to the team you have in front of you, and you don't necessarily look back. I'm excited about coaching this team. I see a lot of good things for us as far as the way we're going to play. For most of my career, I've been a Princeton-like type offense. This year, we changed it up. I'm excited about that. We're more perimeter-oriented, and so we have a lot of good athleticism. We have good talent, and it's something I'm looking forward to. So I'm not looking back. I'm hoping we can have 6, 7 guys who averages probably 9, 10 points a game. Last year, Jack and Mac were our top scorers, and we just couldn't score last year. I thought defensively we were solid for most of the year. We were on the top, 100 teams, maybe even better defensively in the country. So I just think that we just need to score more, and we've opened the offense up a little bit more, and I'm excited about how we're playing so far in practice.
Any additional questions for Coach on the aisle here in the center?
Coach, we were just talking to Bo Ryan about the rule changes this year, the shot clock, and things like that. And I just wonder how you think that might impact. Talk about trying to have more offense this year. How you think that might impact your team's plan?
I don't see us changing anything philosophy-wise. I think, you always start with guarding in the half court. We didn't pressure much full court last year. 2 years ago we did. But last year I wanted to concentrate on solid defensive mindset in the half court. So this year, because we're a little bit more athletic, we may push up some defense, full court some, but we don't look at the clock as being a big difference in the way we're going to play. I'm excited about, pushing the ball, taking your first open 3, and I've told 3 or 4 of our guys who have the ability to make threes that if it's a good open shot. I don't care if it's 22 seconds on the clock. Go ahead and shoot it. And they like that idea, and I think we're playing a little bit more loose and more confident-wise. But we don't look at the clock as something that you have to play to or defend.
Got time for one more question for Coach? On the left-hand side, third row.
Coach, sorry. Talk about the importance of the role of Mike Williams and Bishop Daniels, talking about the need for perimeter shooting, especially since Williams kind of came in with a reputation as a shooter last year and he kind of struggled a little bit.
You know, freshman jitters, and he even admits that, you know, he was nervous for most of his freshman year. And, you know, I told him I want him to stay aggressive. Bishop's not going to be known to be a three-point scorer for us. He's more of a penetrator and finish at the rim and keep us organized in the offense. But Mike Williams, Justin Good, Corey Sanders, I want those guys to jack them up. I really want them to maximize their open threes and get the attempts up. So Mike's been looking very well, very good in practice. He's played well. He's one of our toughest defenders. And probably the toughest defender that we have. And I know he had a reputation coming out of New York as a top shooter, but you know, he confessed he was nervous as a freshman. So, and we have a few more newcomers this year, and we have to work through some of that. But I'm excited about how we should grow.
Thank you very much, Coach. Good luck this season.